God created life. That's what he's telling us. God answered the first question for us because he knows that the most important question you're ever going to answer in your life is, am I an accident or am I here on purpose? God created life. And by the way, that means we have a beginning. God has no beginning. God has always existed, but we have a beginning. And in our beginning, God already existed, which means this: we're not the center of the story. Listen, when you're trying to figure out your origins and you keep starting with yourself, you're in trouble because it didn't start with you. We're not the beginning of the story. We're not the center of the story. This is all God. And what did he do? Turn the page. Chapter 1, verse 27. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. He made them male and female. He created them. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground. We are here on purpose. That's what God wants us to know. And we're not some random accident. And by the way, when you answer this question, it influences the 10,000 other questions you have in life. Let me take a moment. I jotted down. I wrote, here's examples. I want you to understand how this question answers and influences and informs so many other questions. Let me illustrate. Identity. Here's how I wrote it down. You wrestle through it yourself. If the world is by accident and there is no God, then materialism is everything. And your accomplishments is your identity. You're only as good as what you do. So no wonder way back when Ted Turner said things like, life is a game and money is how you keep score. Hey, listen, that makes sense. If you're an accident. But if you're created in the image of God, then your identity and worth is knit to your Creator. And that's a completely different way to answer life. Oh, I listed some more. Creation care. Do we treat this world as our own to be used by us any way we want, or is it a gift that we steward? The value of life. How do we settle our minds on matters like abortion? Boy, is that getting hot these days. I mean, is it just a piece of tissue, of flesh? Or is it a life created by God? Precious and on purpose. Marriage. Is God behind that relationship, the creator of marriage? Or do we just redefine it any way we want? Gender. Is there design in creation, or do we make it up as we go? Sexual expression. Are we just animals with instincts and sexual appetites, or are we moral beings in the image of God with greater meaning? Listen, that question, is life an accident or am I here on purpose, is a big question. It's huge. And how you answer it will define your life.